Hello everybody. My name is Ole Ramirez, and the topic of today is about explain the difference between dead and extinct languages, the consequence of disappearance languages for cultural heritage. Okay, so let's start with the first slide. Okay, first I'm going to present my ID card. Okay. So, extinct language. What are extinct languages? Extinct language are language that has no speakers. Um, they were language that were spoken in the past, but now we don't know enough information. Now they only exist some fragments of information. What about that language? That language is it is also has no speakers, but it is still studied by by people, and it is used for academic purpose. Okay, um, I can say that that language have more information compared with extinct language, and it have some relevant information or some resourceful information because people are interested in learning or discover. Okay, okay. In this slide, I have a list of example of that language, and in the other hand, I have example of extinct language. Okay, for example, that language Latin. Uh, this language was spoken in Italy and other parts of the Europe of the Roman Empire. The Sanskrit it is and that language that was spoke in India and other parts of South Asia. Okay, in in the other hand, okay, we have the Kala, the Mandan, the Wichita, Tunica, Yachin, Eya, Yana that were spoken in the United States. Okay, and the Google Taipan in Australia. That's were some examples in order to watch to to have some knowledge of some language that were spoken and some that are still during the time. Okay, and some that have some interest now. Okay, um, what are the causes of extinction of a language? The causes, the probable causes may may be the lack of the speakers, the motivation to study the language, and the scarcity of information. Um, and also, an extinction language may happen by natural disaster or wars. Okay, and what are some causes of dead language? Also, by natural disasters or wars, the shift to a more prestigious language, uh, the pressure to adopt a common language used by governments. We know that in these actual days, in this global in this time, the world is global is globalized. So the students are more interested in learning a language that is resourceful for them. So forgetting the original the original language. Okay. The pressure to adopt a common language used by government, as I explained, the decline of proficiency in the speaker, the decline of proficiency in the speaker. Okay, let's continue. Okay, in this next slide, I have an example of a dead language. For example, ancient Greek is a dead language. It was told by philosophers, poets, and scientists like Aristotle, Homer, and Socrates, um, spoken around 8th or 7th century. Um, this, this dead language improved the modern language such as English, French, and Spanish. Um, in this slide there is a picture of the ancient Greek dialects during that time. Okay, continuing with my example, we have also the Hebrew language that is a dead language, but it is still studied by people because it has some information, it has some interesting knowledge to know. Okay, it was spoken during the 10th, the 10th or the third century. Okay, um, we have also a picture where the language was spoken. Okay, to final to end this presentation, we have here the impact and consequence of disappearing language on cultural heritage. Losing language has grave implications for cultural heritage. A language death means the loss of the unique way of perceiving and describing the reality, as well as a rich source of knowledge, traditions, and values that are part of the human heritage. Okay, in other words, if a language is extinct, or a language is have or the language have some problems uh, during the time, um, they and, and they are and they are and for example, if they are dying, that is that has a great consequence because we do not have enough information. We do not have information that helps about their cultures, about their knowledge, about their traditions, about the beliefs. Um, um, and also, some cultures has has some interesting points, interesting information that we don't know have. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.